Pro dumpster diver back at it again. Absolutely love this right now. I've been changing the camera angle here. So, what we did a while ago, months ago, was actually cell phone boards. They were the cell phone keyboards, and it took us a while to get that done. So, what I did is that I have one here I'm going to show you. And it's from this. For those of you who actually remember, we did a video about taking hundreds to thousands of these and actually putting them in acid. We put it in a mixture of muriatic acid with hydrogen peroxide. We let it sit. And about once a week, we came around with a little long ruler and we stirred it around. Okay. And recently, what I did is that I poured it into strainers and coffee filters. And once I got all of that down into a big container, I filtered it out again, poured it in here, and I let it sit for a while on something like this. Okay, so this is just a little coffee warmer that you can actually plug into the wall, which is good, but it's a heat, but it's a very low heat, so that the gold wouldn't actually just evaporate, it would stay there over time. Okay, so this isn't still warm anymore at all. I took it off. So these pieces here, if you actually look at it correctly, and we're going to count these here. This is going down by 5 and it goes across by 6. So this is actually going to be 30 pieces, okay? 5 going down, 6 going across, 30 little gold circles in here. However, there are circles in between that. So it's actually 60 circles here. And then 4 up, another 4 down, which is 16. And there's an additional circle in there. So that's 32. Plus the 60 here. So 32 and 60 is about 92. And then we have 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So on this little sheet contains 100 gold circles. And then when we flip it around, it also contains another 100 gold circles. So we're going to have 200 of these little gold circles in here that were all filtered out into this, okay? I chose this container because it is a thick glass which can stand the heat and not get cracked. Now, the weight that you actually see on this is the weight of the container. So when I actually weigh it on a scale, it will give me the difference between that. So it'll give me the total weight with that right now. So I haven't weighed it just yet, but I'm going to weigh it right now. So this container is about 160 grams. I'm going to take our scale over here with a new battery. We're going to start that up. Oh, careful. And we're going to see what it actually weighs right now. Okay. So we get 205, 206. Well, let's put it at 206. Right? You know what? 205. Okay. So it's 206. Okay. Now the container itself is 160. Okay. So we've got to take that 206, subtract this 160, and that will actually give us the weight in here in grams. Okay. Now, the total amount that we did with this was, man, we got this done a while ago, a couple months. And I know some of you have been saying, well, what's going on with it? What has actually happened? So this is actually the result of it. Now, I'm actually showing you this because many people in the comments wanted to know what happens with it. Now, that little part in there is what happens when all of this is, well, not melted because it's not solid at all, but it's phone, and then we'll do phone. Okay, we'll do phone here. Okay, so it's not melted solid. It's not exactly wet. Okay, it's basically just in there. This is not from the 22 pounds. This is not from the 4 pounds at all, or the 5 pounds here. This is from 10 pounds, 12 ounces of cell phone PDA keyboards and connectors. Now, how much did I actually pay for all of that? For all of that, I paid probably about close to $200 for it because I still had to get it shipped to me, which is very, very important. Okay. And I had to separate other parts of it. So this is from 8 pounds of, some other things there that got done. Okay. Now, am I happy about it? Absolutely. I'm very happy about that there because this took time to actually get done. Now, 206 by this 160 is about 46 grams, I'd say, about 46 grams in here, which is pretty good. Now, let's just say I only get out of 46, I want to use a calculator right now, but instead of actually using a calculator, we could use a sheet of, actually, oh shoot, look at that, we have a sheet of paper right here. We'll use this sheet of paper, okay? And what we're going to do is we're just going to write what this actually would be right now. One of the things I actually used for the gold price is a website called APMEX, okay? APMEX, okay? And it's going to tell us a few things of what we have, okay? So we can go to APMEX, APMEX. That will give us our information. And what we're going to do is look at the price of gold for the gram, okay? Now, right now, the price of gold per gram is $130 per gram of 24 karat, okay? Now, this here is 206, and I'm going to write this down, 206, subtract 160. I'm going to get about 46 grams of gold, okay? Now, this in here is not 24 karat. Obviously, it has to be refined. Now, let's say out of refining this, I only get 10 grams of gold, right? Just 10 grams of gold of 24 karat, and everything else is just that, right? As an example, okay? So let's say I only get 10 grams as an example. So we'll do EX is 10 grams. Well, if gold is $130 a gram and I have 10 grams, I now have $1,300 as an example. Okay. Now, let's say that out of this 46 grams, I actually end up getting 30 grams of gold. Okay. Which I would absolutely like. So we're going to have to do that with a calculator right there. So if gold is $130 a gram, we're talking about 24 karat, okay? Because this is not pure, even though it looks pure. It looks absolutely beautiful right now. So we're going to take 30 times $130, okay? And the reason why we're doing that is because 24 karat gold gram is $130. So if we have 30 grams of that, we get $3,900 right there off the bat, if it's 30 grams. Now, 46 grams in total, we're probably still going to have a bit of copper in here, and I still have some gold to put in here from the cell phone boards, maybe 5 or 6 grams more, who knows, but I do want to put this in a bit of plastic, in a plastic bag to keep it there. But I did want to make the video to show all of you, this is what we got so far, okay? So it is beautiful, and I love it. Thank you guys for watching. Any questions or comments? This is what we've done so far. This looks amazing. Have a great day, guys.